We got the man, the myth, the infiltrator himself, Mr. 12th Planet here.
Yeah, keeping it old school right there,
What's up,
man.
brother?
Yo. I'm loving life, man. God bless Richmond.
Yo, so this is the Smog 10th anniversary tour, man. Tell me about Smog. Like, drop it on me, brother.
2006, we threw our first party, and like maybe 20 or 30 people came, and now it's 2016, and we're still going.
Dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. And so you got this big tour. Where? What city you guys in next?
Tonight we're in Richmond. Tomorrow is Orlando, and then we have our 10-year anniversary on Saturday in LA, which is going to be 5 rooms of straight up dubstep.
Now, where in LA are you guys going to be at?
It's a brand new venue called The Union. It's on Pico and Crenshaw. I know that has no relevance to like over here, but it's a cool underground venue. There's no like crazy dead mouse visuals anywhere,
Gotcha.
man. It's just straight black.
Gotcha.
And
yeah, real night base.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
I didn't know if you were going to be in like somewhere like Exchange. So you always got to ask.
Yeah. Exchange is like home court for me because like I live across the street from that place, and like we often have fun over there.
So you recently did a show with Tommy Sunshine. It's on Red Bull TV. It's I believe it's called Life After the Raves.
Or Beyond the Raves.
Beyond the Raves.
Yeah.
It's something like that. Tommy, I am terribly sorry. Sue me later. How did you get linked up with him and get on a TV show, man?
I've been working with Red Bull for about 5 or 6 years now, and I think they just went through the channels, and somehow like wires got crossed, and we ended up hanging with Tommy Sunshine for a few days.
Cool.
And they filmed it. They not only us, they went and hung out with Gaslamp Killer and
like everyone.
Yeah,
all
everyone.
the homies were in that.
But I think like we had to represent for downtown LA because not too many artists live over there. So
yeah, well, you were talking about like on your blog, you had like Crankin and like a million other cats.
Yeah, Crankin, AC Slater, Carnage, Dylan Francis, GTA. Dave Nada.
That's the DC boy, Mr. Moonbaton. I love Dave. Dave.
All of us like literally live on like a 1 block radius. So
Dude,
it's kind of cool.
That's phenomenal. Now with Smog, you guys have a ton of stuff coming out all the time. The best of the best. And what is next? New tracks, new collaborations. What do you have in the works?
I wonder if I'm even allowed to speak about it. I've been working on a bunch of music. I don't know when it's going to come out. I got a bunch of music with my cohort next to me, Lumberjvck.
Yeah, what's up,
Lumberjvck?
Lumberjvck?
It's gonna come out. Say hi, Lumberjvck.
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
It's his first show in Richmond as well.
Welcome to the River City. Welcome to the River City. Actually, you were telling me earlier you've got EDC Orlando tomorrow.
Yeah, it's actually with John. It's John's show.
That's amazing,
I'm coming
dude.
along to just have for the ride. We'll see what happens. Yeah,
dude, I expect nothing but the best from you guys. You guys are true, artists of your craft and the best of the best. Now, I want to talk to you about playing in the UK. Like, tell me about being the first to do so.
Playing in the UK was really awesome when dubstep was big out there, but now it's not so much. It's probably like a white elephant cell every time you can play out there, So every time you actually can play, it's really cool. But where it is at in Europe, man, right now is like Amsterdam and Belgium and Paris and Bordeaux. Those places are kind of like the new home for dubstep and drum and bass throughout Europe, in my opinion.
Now, speaking of Amsterdam, were you at ADE?
I was not at ADE this year. I haven't been in about 8 years.
Oh, wow.
But I was there for King Day this year, and that's like the most turn-up thing you could possibly imagine. It's kind of like if Mardi Gras met like a garage sale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's like a giant Mardi Gras open flea market.
No kidding. Yeah. So it kind of like a South by Southwest kind of vibe?
Beyond.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think in my opinion, South by Southwest is like more catered towards music.
Yeah.
And like this is like more to celebrate their king's birthday.
Gotcha. So it's a whole different animal.
Yeah, it's a whole different
way.
Animal.
Very cool, very cool. So what's coming, next for you? Videos, music, new artists on the label. What's the new?
Nothing I can really talk about. I think the newest thing that I can talk about is Ulasil. We put out an EP by him. He's an artist that's from San Diego, and I just put out a remix on Owsla like a week ago. And that was cool. I did a drum and bass record. Yeah. So that was really cool, and But aside from that, like nothing I can really get into.
Not yet. Well, when it comes out, give me a
yeah.
call. I'll get it on air.
Exactly.
Now, for you, I always get fan submitted questions. Today, I got one that said, "What is the weirdest thing on your rider?"
Ooh, I've got crayons on my.
You got
rider.
crayons. Now, a
Yeah.
specific color, the 64 pack. What are we talking?
I got a crayons and a ream of white paper, because like sometimes like you're at a festival or you're at some club and like there's this like crazy artist that's there, and like they might do a piece in your room while they're like just hanging out.
That's true.
I've gotten pieces from like Revoke and like GK and like all kinds of dudes that,
on
like,
crayon that
on
you
crayon,
just put on the
yeah,
wall.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
or Zed's Dead,
Those are the homies. I did a show with them here in Richmond once. Good times. We have the one and only Lumberjvck here with us, brother.
up,
How you
everyone?
doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah, well, welcome to Richmond. I'm it's great. It's great to have you here.
Yes.
Your music has been blowing up recently. Tell me what's been going on with that. Labels and shows and tracks coming out. Like, lay it on me, bro.
Thank you, man. Actually, the newest thing I could tell you is I have an EP coming out November 9th, and it's launching the Bass Rush record label imprint, which is a new record label that Insomniac is doing with the Bass Rush stage and brand. And my EP is the first release on that record label, and that comes out November 9th.
Ah, awesome. So be looking for that
Next week.
November 9th.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, you've been touring all over, and obviously you got, tomorrow you got EDC Orlando. You excited about that?
Yeah, totally. I hope John gives me a chance to come on with him and maybe throw down some of our new tracks. So that
one can hope so.
Yeah,
now,
fingers crossed. I'll be
speaking
there
of
for
festival
it.
season, I actually saw you. We both played at the one and only Big Dub Festival.
Yes.
How was your Big Dub experience?
Oh, you mean Big Human Festival?
Big Mud?
Yeah, Big Mud.
Big Mud, Candy Mountain?
No, that was awesome. It was actually one of the first raves I've done in the forest. So for me to be, or festivals, music festivals in the forest, for me to be in the forest and DJing is kind of like what my whole brand is about in the first place. And I've never actually done that. So it was kind of like a coming of age feeling, and the crowd was great.
Things coming like full circle.
Yeah,
in a
exactly.
Way.
I mean, it felt like the dreams I had when I started the name were coming true, because I thought, it'd be cool to play a forest rave as Lumberjvck, And
well,
it happened, yeah.
Well,
so that was the first time.
Well, up next is E-Forest.
Hopefully,
hey,
we're working on it.
Listen,
with my agent. Yeah, we'll see.
Now I got a question. So I'm looking at you, and you're wearing almost all black. Where's the red flannel shirt? Lumberjack thing, man. I should be seeing like an axe or something.
So.
Is there an axe on your shirt? Oh, there's an axe on your shirt. Okay. All right. You got me there.
What's up?
Never mind.
But yeah, I do like wearing black. I think it has to do with my geographical location, which would be Los Angeles. But
that's what everyone wears.
And I'm also really pale, so black really complements my skin better than white does.
You go for the whole monochrome look.
Yeah, so it's kind of a personal thing. But also, like, as you can see over there, I have like an LA Kings custom jersey, and on the back is my logo in plaid. So I wear plaid, but like in an understatement, like just kind of like a little bit of plaid.
It's an accent of
just
plaid.
like how you're like, you're not wearing anything Lumberjvck, and it's like
it's like, there you go.
Yeah,
you got me there. You got me there.
I always wear a little bit Lumberjvck, but yeah, I don't look anything like my logo or anything like a Lumberjvck.
Yeah,
because
you're not quite as beardly.
Yeah, well, that's actually the whole plan. It's supposed to be like another character, and I'm more like the conductor behind the whole brand. And the Lumberjvck is my logo, and like it's about him.
Similar
and his
to like
story,
what Feed Me's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
that's,
very cool.
That's the whole branding behind Lumberjvck. Yeah,
that's awesome, dude. Now, how did you come up with that?
Wow. Bits and pieces. It didn't all come at once, but the name came in college on an apartment balcony with my friends. We just kind of thought of it, and at the time, V's were in for A's. Kind of just went with it. I
remember those days.
Yeah, I went with it to keep the name from being too saturated, because the word Lumberjvck is everywhere, Yeah. And then the name kind of happened, and then basically all the other ideas that flowed afterwards kind of just happened naturally over the next 2 years, basically, with help from my manager and my family and myself. So
gotcha. I do have a fan submitted question for you. We posted all of this online like on the way here, and people just started messaging me questions.
That's awesome.
Have you ever sampled a chainsaw?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
Literally every single one of my tracks samples a chainsaw at least 20 times.
Interesting.
Every single one of my tracks. And bird noises and sounds of nature, wolves.
All the sounds you don't get in LA.
Yeah, none of those sounds. Yeah,
it's interesting. It's so LA and it's so not LA all at the same time.
Exactly.
I love that.
Well, we're deep in the woods where you can imagine it.
Like a Big Dub Festival.
Yeah.
Well, man, dude, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate everything.
Thanks for having me.
Could you do a station identification for us?
Yes, I can. Hey guys, this is Lumberjvck, and you're listening to the Monday Mashup on WVCW.
Yes.
I've got something. I've got something. Come to Papa Moon. That's it. Come on. Oh. Oh. Ah. Hi there. That's it. It's attached to your rod, Lumberjvck. Comes to Papa Moon. That's it. That's it. I know what you're thinking. Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly man. Fish, 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 fish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got. I got something to show you.